Yo, yo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett,
Bubba Fett, Bubba Fett, Bubba Fett.
uncensored on the internet, with episode 86 of Splinterlands 101. Joining us once again, co-hosts of the show, finest gentleman who ever lived, Matt Clark.
And here's Matt Clark. He's one of the finest gentlemen that ever lived.
Howdy, howdy.
The man behind the Pouffet Poussey, Geotrix.
And Pouffet, Poussey.
Hey, hey.
So what's new, people?
We're just talking before the show about the town square. Had Weird Beard on, Aggie, just to chat. Seems like there's been a bit of a problem with Double Coconut and the development of tower defence. So we don't know any updated timing on that. We look to be finally at the final tail end of the in-house testing for Land 1.5. So hopefully that goes live on the Mavs server soon. But again, it's soon. It's not specific days. And so yeah, there was a bit of argy-bargy in town square. There was somebody taunting Weird Beard. It seemed to get under his skin. But it's bound to be I guess a sensitive topic because there's so many people. You know, there's that wave of pressure of just get this done, and that doesn't help to actually get things done. It doesn't move anything forward. These are already people very, very motivated to make it happen. Screaming at them to make it happen is just going to stress them out. So, and ultimately, I'm getting my SPS airdrops just for holding the land, and I don't have the cards to work it. So I'm kind of glad that delays are fine by me. I'm trying to hit that magic 3 million SPS mark. So the longer it takes, the closer I get. So I'm not looking forward to having to assign cards and the like. And I see some guys with 5 plots and they've built an Excel calculator and it's big how do I maximize and get this? And I'm looking at it and thinking, I can't even. I'm just gonna, I think, get my highest, my biggest plots and my biggest cards and smush them together and just hope things work. So, so we'll have to wait and see. But it'd be great to actually have a date. We had a date and then it didn't happen, and that seemed to infuriate the crowd worse. So between that and the Double Coconut stuff, and I think. Yeah, it's a different vibe for us because we're here in Australia. We're coming out of winter, and it just kind of feels warm and engaging, and the sun's out, and morale's high.
Maybe in Adelaide.
Yeah, well,
it's raining right now here in Melbourne.
Yeah. You deserve that. It's like we're like a
crazy thunder earlier too.
My dad always said, "Why do Dutch people wear clogs? Because they deserve to."
What? That's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Melbourne rain. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Come to Adelaide. It's great. So I think it's a different vibe here. So J-Ron's out of hospital. He had a blood infection. He was just streaming last night. He had a blood infection for a couple of weeks and big abscess in his butt cheek and all of that.
Damn.
So yeah, it was really bad. But we there's a positivity here in the southern hemisphere where things are getting warm now. But I think as the days are getting shorter in the US and people are saying, well, I was gonna work my land over winter, and now it just keeps getting pushed back. And where's Rebellion? Aren't we past the original point where Rebellion was going to launch? And now there's been
I've heard that.
And I'm thinking, in my mind, Rebellion's still 6 months away. But then I think, no, it's actually we're nearly September, so it is around that time when and I just keep thinking, the guys who are running the show must be under so much pressure, and of course, there's no new money coming in while packs aren't up for sale. And they don't want to, it's just so volatile, crypto. That's the problem. They could literally announce Rebellion, announce pricing, announce total packs, and then 10 minutes after they post the white paper, Bitcoin could jump up $10,000 and all of the maths changes.
Mm.
I don't know how you
Personally, I'm
do
in
that.
no rush anyway for Rebellion. I'm still
Same. I don't want it to come out. I don't have cash, bro.
still working on my Chaos Legion. Haven't even started on Rift Watchers yet. So yeah,
Yep.
I'm in no hurry. And I'm only into Splinterlands. I didn't like put any resources or anything into Soul Keep, so that doesn't bother me. GLX has dropped again. It's now 0.5 of a cent, so it's dropped to the half-cent mark. But likewise, I haven't put any resources into that. I'm just claiming my airdrops every day, or actually once a week, I think. I just jump in and go, oh, I haven't claimed for a while. Claim all my GLX tokens. So even with the SPS that I've got, it's 0.5 of a cent. No, that's still like $18 US worth of value. So yeah, none of that really bothers me. I'm just I'm only invested in Splinterlands. So and I still need to get some land. So I've still got so much I need to do. I'm definitely in no hurry for Rebellion to come out. So yeah. Anyone done anything recent? I haven't made any purchases for a while. It's like probably 3 weeks since I went on my last big spending spree, which was like 70,000 DC, just getting some of my lower cards up to gold level. Seeing that's where I'm playing at the moment. But yeah, haven't put anything in for a while. What about you guys?
Matt?
I just bought a handful of Rift Watchers packs just to open them because I hadn't opened any. There was one card that I was looking at, one Rift Watchers card that I was really looking at. I don't even know if I maxed that now. Being pulled in 100 directions at once, and I'm going to do that, and then you forget to do it, and you go back and yeah. So I bought a few Rift Watchers packs just to see, and then I bought a few potions. I did the 500 bulk pack potions to chew through some more of my Untamed, my Chaos Legion packs. I still have 4,000 or so, and part of me was thinking I wanted to keep 1,000 and then just flog them off when they're $50 each or something a couple of years down the line. But then I'm also thinking if I need all hands on deck for land, I'm at the point where a lot of my Chaos Legion cards are maxed now, and now I'm getting bonus extra ones beyond what I need, and that's kind of what I'll be looking for land. So I'm thinking what I might do is set aside, right, I'm going to quarantine 1,000 Chaos Legion packs, and then I'm just going to open all the rest, like 3,300 or something, open all the rest, and then throw them all on land. But I just need to buy some potions for them to, before I do that. Because then I am going in a bit harder on land than I would have been otherwise. And it kind of sucks to have the cards sitting there in packs that might not increase in value for another couple of years. Right, the packs themselves, I kind of feel like if those cards are gonna help me capitalize on the land that's already sitting there, then maybe I'll do that. It really does depend. I mean, if I thought there was going to be 2 weeks between 1.5 and 1.6 with land surfing and the like, then I wouldn't bother opening them. Right, I just leave the Chaos Legion packs, leave them unopened. But if my lands are just going to sit there fallow, unworked in the meantime for 6 months until they get surfing out, then I don't want that, right? So I'm kind of torn what direction I should go. I might split it down the middle, maybe 2,000 packs. I'll sit on those for another few years, and if they get to $50 each, then 2,000, that's 100 grand, right? And that's just cash that I can just pull straight out. It's liquid available. I mean, obviously, there needs to be volume at that price. There needs to be some depth, but yeah, 100 grand, that would work. And then you can
Before you
pull that out.
before you open a massive amount of Chaos Legion packs, get yourself a laptop so you can do it on the show.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Borrow one.
Also-
Buy one of your alts a laptop for their birthday or for Christmas, and then just take it off them.
Also, I don't have that many
Love it.
potions, but you're welcome to use all mine. I'll even give you the keys to do
Oh,
it on. I don't care because I'm never
Thanks,
gonna
yeah.
use it. I'm not gonna buy hundreds of. I just can't do it. And now I just
Yep.
got excess potions that are literally doing nothing for me because I don't plan on buying a bulk amount of packs. So yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. I guess the other thing is I'm just remembering now in the town square, Weirdbeard was talking about the other possibility with land was giving vouchers utility on land. So he said a few times that he wants vouchers to be the buy cool stuff with this thing. So I think they were leaning towards anything that you would spend deck on, not stake, not things that you require deck staked for, but things that you would spend deck on, that they would be looking at building out, that vouchers would be able to buy those things. So you could buy with vouchers or with dark energy crystals. And so that's great because I'm coming up on 10,000 vouchers just sitting there because there's been no sales or anything for a while, and the price has been in the gutter. So why sell them? So if that's the case, that could be quite good as long as there's a decent exchange rate there, that I could then again help me a bit more with momentum for land, because again these guys have got 10, 15 plots and all of these spreadsheets, and they're so organized, and I feel like I'm gonna drown.
Overwhelmed. Yes. I've seen you on Splinterlands TV as well, giving away a few Untamed facts. And
Yeah, I did
in
it a while ago with
particular,
orbs.
that one you did with Silence, where he had 2 legendaries in that pack. That
Was that
was,
Mimosa and one of them was Mimosa. I can't remember the other one now.
I'm not,
Yeah, good fun.
yeah, I don't know the Rift Watchers that well because I haven't really gotten into them yet. But yeah, 2 legendaries in one pack. Did he clip that for Clip of the Week? Do you know? Did anyone clip
I'm
that?
not sure. I don't know. I didn't. I don't think so. There's been a couple clips made and shared, so if it ever gets clip of the week, great. I kind of feel like we did the promotions and the giveaways and summon a summer and all of that, and then it's kind of they've just stopped doing that, and I kind of want to just, I guess, encourage those guys that are streaming. I'm seeing Holozor's kind of a little bit burnt out on everything and starting to get a bit. And I think that's life's got him down in general as well. So it's not just Splinterlands, but it's also sort of what can I clear out of my life to make it simpler and easier. And I kind of want to encourage these guys to go, yeah, you know what, stick with it. This is a good thing. It's a good community, and especially like I said, when I was doing the orb giveaway for a while there, it's. We can bicker about bots, or we can celebrate the human beings who are sitting there clicking on the mouse and actually submitting teams and actually playing the game for real, and the ones who are bringing that to their audience as well. So yeah, I don't know, I like it. Those packs are just, I've sat on them long enough that they've acquired a bit of extra value and a bit of novelty, and if guys a lot of them it's the first time they've opened an Untamed pack, which means it's crazy to me because it feels like Untamed just rolled out, but. Yeah, but it's been good fun, and there's been some good pulls, and there's been some excitement. So I think a gold rare was the best we've had so far. Plenty of legendaries, but nothing higher up the gold food chain than rare. But yes, everyone's talking about a gold kitty and pull a gold kitty, and it hasn't happened yet. So I'll probably do another 30 or 40, and then sit on the rest and give it a few years before I do something else similar. Just see what the mood strikes me.
When you're talking about Holozor, because quite often on the show he'd have a guest or two in Discord, like on his streams, and one of the regulars he had on there was Rick on the Mountain, and he's not streaming anymore, but he does his own stream off the cuff, and I jumped on a recent episode with him. It's 3 o'clock in the morning our time. But that went for about 2 hours, just talking general sort of, well, you can probably imagine the type of stuff I was talking about. The sort of stuff
at 3
that
a.m.
I did really well for 3 a.m. But yeah, our type of conversation type stuff, and it's called off the cuff, and Rick's right onto onto it as well. Like he knows what's going on in the world. So it was a good conversation. If you want to catch that in the history, Rick on the mountain, off the cuff, 2 hours of me just talking shit. Yeah, if you want to check that out. There's sort of stuff that would get pulled on YouTube, that those kind of conversations. So yeah,
Or
it was
flagged
fun.
as misinformation.
Yeah.
And then
Like
it had like some link to some other site.
Wikipedia's or something. This
Wikipedia, yes.
yeah, like they're doing a lot of YouTube videos now. There's a little blue thing at the bottom, like if people are talking like Tartaria or flat Earth or anything like that, there's a little wiki link thing, so people are aware that it's misinformation and
Yeah, and if you want the
yeah,
real source, just go to Wiki.
yeah,
You know? If you want real information.
Wikipedia. Yeah.
What I love is the Blade Runners in the UK stealing all the ULEZ cameras. I don't know if you've seen that, the ultra low emission
No.
zone. So in London, there's the
Ring
mayor
of
or whoever's in charge over there.
Iron Ring or whatever it is.
Yeah, so they've got all these cameras, a network of cameras around the place that if you go into the city centre, into the ultra low emission zone, and your vehicle doesn't comply with whatever, it's not an electric vehicle or the like, then you get charged a £20 fee for going into the ultra low emission zone. So it's all about, it's all just control, right? It's just in this area we want to have low carbon emissions. We don't care about what's happening elsewhere. But there are several hundred guys, and I mean several hundred guys, who are making it a hobby to go and steal these cameras, not just vandalize them or destroy them, but to physically steal the entire camera. And
Nice.
I've seen pictures of like garden sheds full of 40 or 50 of these things. They're big cameras, and they would cost a lot. And it's not going away. They call them the Blade Runners. What I love is that there's no fact check at the bottom. Like, yeah, okay, they are actually stealing them. Yeah, okay, these cameras are doing exactly what they're alleged to be doing, which is fining people for driving in their own city, in their own state. So yeah, that's good fun, because there's no conspiracy angle to all this. You could say, oh no, we're not building 15-minute cities. No, none of that's true. We're not doing any of that rubbish. But yeah, no, I guess they are stealing our cameras, and I guess those cameras were about limiting human movement and getting permission and all of that. So yeah, where are you going to put your fact check, right? I know where you can cram your fact check.
One thing I enjoy with my tutoring, and because of the time zones here, a lot of my students are from China, Korea, and Japan. And, those are places we don't hear a lot about on the news. And a lot of the stuff that comes, when they first started talking with, Klaus Schwab and, you will eat bugs and be happy type thing, and people are laughing at your conspiracy theory. But, already then, it's on the supermarket shelves there, powdered cricket powder and stuff to add as nutrition to your meals and stuff like that. And the whole carbon emission thing, like the hot spots where you cannot go into, totally camera controlled, facial recognition. You cannot drive unless you have this. Your car can't be older than 5 years, and all this. Like, it's already happening in these countries. So we're behind. Not only are we behind, it's you talk to the average Joe lunch bucket on the street here, and they laugh at you as a conspiracy nut type thing. But it's already happening in these high population cities, China, Japan, and Korea. Yeah. It's great
Punish
talking
the
to
poor.
people in these countries and like they just talk about it as if it's just it's just their conversation for practicing English, but like they're not saying it's strange or anything. It's just matter of fact. This is what is. Yeah. Gio?
I just said it's just a way to punish the poor. That's if you can't, if you don't have enough to be there, then it's like bye, see you later. And because these EV vehicles, they're not cheap, right? Probably in China, probably there's I don't know, they mass make things, so maybe it is cheaper. But here, man, it's just not. I don't want EV vehicles to take over. You know, I like
Yeah.
hybrids. I like the H2O water vehicles and all that. Hydrogen
Hydrogen.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great concept, and many have been probably killed for that in the past. But yeah, like just I like something with noise, okay? I want to hear a real combustion engine. I don't want to hear nothing. Yeah, it's just like just kill fun, why don't you, you know? Kill people's passions, you know? That's what I think it is. Like you said, more control and punish the poor.
Yeah.
That's what it seems to be to me.
But the whole fine system, it's just laws for poor people.
Mm.
Like that guy, I think we've talked. I might have mentioned him before. Has the pawn shop in the city, because like with import, like bringing money into the country and stuff, a lot of the high rollers from China, they come with all their bling, and then they just go to a pawn shop, hock it all for cash, go to the casino, win up big, and then just come back and get their stuff back. But like at one point, he'd clocked up like $40,000 worth of parking fines. He
Damn.
just doesn't care. He just parks wherever he wants. He doesn't care. It's like, whereas your average Joe, like, was it $150 or maybe more now for parking in a clearway or an open, like, yeah, if you've that sort of stuff, like you just take out of the petty cash, you don't care. So a lot of these laws that are fine enforced, yeah, it's just laws for the poor. So that's all. Well, not even laws for the poor, laws for anyone who isn't stinking rich. That's the
It,
system we're in.
I think we're getting in their way now. Like we used to pick their fruit and dig their trenches and the like, but now with robotics and AI and technology, I think the average Joe is really just an inconvenience, and the sooner we just piss off and leave them alone and get out of their way, the happier they're going to be. That seems to be the vibe, right? And I think what's really interesting is I keep coming back to the idea of free markets deliver so much good, whether you're rich or poor. So anyone can go to McDonald's and just jump on the free Wi-Fi. That's internet, just free, unlimited internet at McDonald's, and they just offer it because our customers like it, and we're not concerned about whether you're a customer or not. You go into the shopping centre, there's clean toilets there, there's fresh running clean water, there's light, electricity, warmth, climate control. You are literally like looked after everywhere by the free market, and the more something's managed by just the free market, just straight up capitalism, the more people get free stuff from it. I could just go to, if I didn't have food now, I could just go to Woolies and raid the dumpster, right? And there'd be plenty of, decent food in there. That, unless there's an armed
chain and
cop there
lock.
saying don't do this, right? Yeah,
Chains
exactly.
and
But
padlocks on the dumpsters here.
yeah,
Chains and
Yeah.
padlocks.
yeah. But that's a liability thing, right? If the state just got out of the way, the supermarket wouldn't care, and they didn't care until they were, until people say, oh, I went dumpster diving and I got this and I got that, and I'm going to sue you because you let me do it, and then so it goes a bit deeper. But I keep thinking, all these places that are really poor and they don't have any fresh drinking water, and I could just go to the shop and get it from the taps or basically anywhere at the park or whatever. We've got such bountiful provision, right? And it's brought to us by capitalism, by the guy who
Yeah.
owns the shopping centre, because he wants his customers to have nice bathrooms. And if you're grindingly poor, that's all right. You can be there too, right? So capitalism keeps inviting the poor in. People go, oh, no, if you don't have money, then you get left out. But actually, no, they really don't get left out. There's so much provision there. But they say, well, the state's there to look after the poor people, make sure they get looked after. But the state's the one saying, if you park here, we'll ruin your life. If we catch you driving like this, we'll ruin your life. If you got any drugs in your system, we'll ruin your life. And like you say, they're disproportionately affecting the poor people because the rich just pay the fine and move on with their day. So it's like, well, it's completely the opposite. We're taught that capitalism crushes the poor, and that we need the all-powerful state to redistribute wealth
Protect them.
and also make sure there's equality. but the equality is actually found in capitalism, and the inequality where it really matters, where what you're saying, the rich aren't affected by laws that are just paid by fines. That's where, anywhere governed by the state, it becomes a scenario or an area where the poor need to get out of the way of the wealthy. It's everything's so often the opposite of what we've been taught.
One thing that
Good
sprung
point.
to mind when you were saying that was not last summer, because we didn't really have a summer this year or last year, but the summer before, when 40, 45-degree days, and in the evenings when it's still like stinking hot in the evenings, I'd go down to the local shopping centre. Everything's closed except Coles, but the shopping centre's still open so people can get to Coles. And one of the indoor cafe there, like the cafe closes at 4 o'clock or whatever, but all the tables and chairs are still out. And you go down and there's families sitting there with their Tupperware containers having dinner because of the air conditioning. Like they don't have air conditioning at home. And they just cook up and they just sit at this cafe at the shopping centre having their dinner in the air conditioned comfort. Yeah. I remember too, when I was living in Coburg when I first got here, the number 19
Coburg.
tram, which is the meth express. But you get people just riding. So the tram goes from Elizabeth Street in the city out to Coburg North. People just riding backwards and forwards in the tram all day for air conditioning. Yeah. So have we actually spoken about anything to do with Splinterlands so yet on
We
this
have.
episode other than the
I
beginning?
think the last thing was vouchers for land stuff,
Yeah.
which I hadn't even thought about vouchers for land stuff. There was mention of the next promo card by the audience, but again, no details from the devs. So that'll be interesting. I'd like another one like Vraz, which was just vouchers and no outside money. That you can just. How was Vraz priced? Was he SPS and vouchers? I think. But yeah, he
Is
was
it
a
staked SPS and vouchers, I think?
staked SPS and vouchers. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So staked SPS
Mhm.
as a gate, and then just vouchers as the currency. So yeah, look, I'm enthused about land. I've been enthused about land for quite a while. I really think there's going to be some hiccups. A lot of people are saying that it's going to peak, and then there'll be that that decline, and people aren't going to want to buy your grain, and people aren't going to want to do that. And I think again, it's all just depends on the broader crypto market. There are plenty of punters out there with deep wallets who, if they feel like the game has a future, are going to want to get into items and spells, engage with land, engage with cards, engage with the ecosystem. The main thing that we need to do is we need to, I think, maintain our momentum, and keep make sure that we're still at the cutting edge all the time, because it's easy for us to say, oh, here's land and we're going to do this, and then a couple of years go by, but then we have 3 or 4 competitors sniffing at our tails, right? There's other games now that people could be, and if we start to lose that front runner, right? If we stop coming up first in Google searches and the like for which is the best Web3 game with land or whatever else, that's when we really start to struggle, and that's where we're on the back foot, because then it becomes well, which one's better than this, instead of just, no, here's the clear winner, let's everybody gravitate to that. So that's becoming more of a concern for me, is that we maintain our momentum and continue to stay in first place. I consider we're in first place as far as transactions and the like. I think we are, but that can't be contested, right? We need to be the clear favorite.
Yeah. So SPS is back down to 1.8 cents again. After it went up to 25, it was like I was waiting for a while for a dip to buy in with my second chunk, and it went down to back to 2.2, which is where I bought in the first time in recent times, and I was like, oh, I'll wait to see if it goes any lower, and then it went back up again. It's like, damn. And then, so the next time it dropped to 22, I bought in again. And of course, now it's gone down to 1.8. It's like, oh, could have lowered my dollar average cost of purchase. So far, all of the SPS I've bought has been at 2.2
22.
cents.
It's
Yeah.
not that far away. I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, what else? But what I like about lands is I like the staking DEC requirement. It's good because it's like you don't have to burn that to get your cards working. So it's just like a nest egg there. Just it's like I got 500, like I only have 10 plots, 500k for each of the plots because most of the cards are maxed. It's just nice to know that there's actually 500k DEC just waiting, just staking. It's like you know what I mean? It's like a little bank account on the side. I like that. And yeah, I think the more sinks for land, the better. So vouchers, I reckon, why not? Just just add it all in, throw it all in.
Yeah, well, the more
And
the
the
utility
flywheel,
the more
they
utility you give vouchers,
keep
the
talking
the
about.
more valuable you make SPS, right? Because then the more people want to stake it to get those vouchers. So it all ties in.
Yeah.
It's all circular. But again, it's all circular down the drain if crypto collapses and nobody wants Bitcoin anymore and it's down to $10,000. Then
Yeah.
we're eating ourselves. We're cannibalizing ourselves. But Bitcoin up to 50 and people start looking for what's the next big thing and they land on Splinterlands, then it could be absolutely outrageous. Like just the upside on this is potentially
Yeah.
insane.
I heard that. Like I watched I think After Sounds and Dwayne, and they'll like talking about the flywheel. And once the market goes up, people are gonna want to see will want to be in like liquidity pools and all that. And then it can at some point like create this catalyst of like chaos where like things are just gonna keep like DEC, SPS are just gonna pump each other up. Like they're just gonna be this eternal like this machine that's just well oiled. Like this, it's just gonna keep going. And yeah, who knows? Sky's the limit at that point. From one to the other, swapping into the next, and then like I hope we see that. And I just think it's just a market thing. So depending on the greater markets, even outside of crypto, if things go down, I mean, it's just going to be tough for a long while. But if the opposite happens,
Yeah,
then I think we'll be
and
seeing some really crazy things happening.
even if we travel sideways, I kind of feel like I keep watching Sucre in Venezuela, and I've mentioned them before, but there are now a whole lot of bloggers, and I've been following that on Hive. There are a whole lot of bloggers, and they're like, I went to this store and I bought this with my HBD earnings. The store owner was grateful, and he's gotten the HBD now. We went and talked to these guys, and they're starting to accept it now. And I think all we need is one area that has no alternatives, no good viable alternatives, just one heavily populated area where hardworking, productive, intelligent people need a currency. All we need to do is continue to permeate that, right? Every day we're adding new people in Sucre and Venezuela to HBD. Now, we don't need for Hive to moon, right? We just need it to stay relatively, if it gets ridiculously low, then obviously when the HBD haircuts and all that come in. But as long as HBD can hold that peg and continue paying that 20% interest rate, we can absolutely flourish in Sucre and Venezuela. And once you start doing that, the thing that gets me about this is there's nothing that can stop that then, right? Short of somebody turning off the internet to Sucre and Venezuela. And I'm sure it's happening in other places around the world I'm not aware of, but nobody can stop it because no one can point and say, right, we're shutting down that blockchain, because you can't shut it down, right? We're decentralized. That's the whole point. And so I can see that growing to the point where we got 20,000, 200,000 people in Sucre in Venezuela, all using this thing and transacting with this thing, and most of them not understanding anything about it, but they know that their neighbors accept it. They know that they can sell things for it, they can buy things for it with it, they can get it by blogging. Obviously, the more popular bloggers will be the ones that make more. They then will, how could I provide services to that popular blogger and get some of the HBD that they're earning so I can go and spend it at the shops, right? And so as each HBD stays in that ecosystem instead of just going straight to a market, straight to get dumped in a market, as each one circulates, it becomes the benefit of that thing being there, that one HBD being there, just multiplies. And that's where I really feel like on one hand, we think, well, Splinterlands needs to grow and exceed and succeed and land and attention from outside gamers and the like. But it's easy to get myopic and think, well, Splinterlands is our only. But this is a double barrel shotgun, right? We got Hive and we got Splinterlands, and either one can pull the other one up by the bootstraps. For a long time, I've been thinking it would be Splinterlands pulling Hive up, but maybe we just grow and develop and grow and develop, and the market stays flat. In that case, all we need is for the HBD to really explode in use case and adoption in places like Sucre and Venezuela. Then we get a whole lot of people say, well, actually, this currency is not just promiseware, it's not just vaporware, it's being used by 1 million people in this place over here. There's 1 million wallets, there's 1 million accounts over here. They're all using it and they're loving it, and the smart ones are stockpiling it and they're getting 20% interest on it, and it's actually being used. And all those people out there going, what's a crypto with a real use case, will then find that, and then of course Splinterlands benefits from that. It doesn't just have to be Splinterlands pulling up Hive, it can very easily be the other way around.
Yeah. I was having a conversation, coffee shop with a guy, Gio's met him, Lance. He's aware of crypto and he's always asking questions and talking. He watches the charts every day, but hasn't bought into any. And he was going on about he's moved all of his money out of the bank into this credit union because he's getting like now nearly 5% interest on his money, like compared to what he was getting in the bank. And I said to him, well, how would you like to be making 20% interest on your money? He goes, oh, what, crypto? The market, I suspect it's a stable coin. So it's always going to be $1, but you're going to get 20%. And anytime you want your money out, 7 days notice. And they just, why wouldn't you? But no, it's just this huge, big gap as soon as crypto becomes part of the equation. Like,
Yeah, it's a dirty word for many. It's hard. It's a hard sell for just the normal people who just don't know anything about it.
Yeah. But these same
Really
people will
is.
just leave their money in the bank and get 2.5% interest. They can make 10 times that. But yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
they don't
and
love. I guess they don't love. The APR enough, right? Like they love 2%. Like they're comfortable with that.
but that's not even keeping up with inflation. That's the problem. Like
Yeah.
that was the whole point of having an interest rate was I'll put this money in the bank in case I need it in 10 years time, and if prices have inflated 5% over the next 10 years, that's okay because I'll have made 25% over the last 10 years by having it in the bank. Well, no, sorry, that's not how it works now. You won't outpace inflation. You're much better off spending it, and that's not by accident. That's by design because they want to keep that velocity of money. They want the same money moving through. They want people constantly spending. I've got this money, I'll spend it. I've got this money, I'll spend it, because that's what keeps everybody ticking over, and it stops the economy from just collapsing in a heap. And of course, when they're taxing transactions, of course they want more transactions, right? I mean, your money sitting there in the bank, how are they going to tax you on that? There's no GST on sitting there, leaving your money sitting in the bank.
Alrighty, so unless anyone's got anything else to throw in, I think maybe it's time to battle, to rumble.
Land, and then battle. No, I just want land. I'm so impatient, like everyone else. Yeah.
Oh,
when
good.
land, when land.
I'm going to distract you with a challenge.
Distract who?
Geo, he needs it.
Oh, yeah. But first I need the land. No. See, first I get the land, then we get the battle. Okay, I've accepted.
Okay, so
19
silent
mana.
summoners. 19 mana silent summoners. Every hit cripples and target practice. And I'm going to use PJ because he's a no-brainer in silent summoners.
No. And it's Dragon. Dragon. Great. Alright. So, Matt's using silent summoners, I see. And we got a bit of cripple.
What level is your PJ, Matt?
PJs are all max. They came max.
Oh.
They came maxed out. There's only 90 of them made.
That is incredibly rare.
Hmm. Yeah, only 90 of them made, and okay, let's do this. Why not? Yeah, only 90 of them made, and they were all at max level. Same as Archmage Arius. They were always just one BCX is max level.
Yes.
Never got a gold one. I think there were only 2 gold PJs. 3 gold Archmage Arius. Yeah, so that'd be. Yeah, they're rare, but I just love it because normally any other rule set, you're like, what's the correct summoner to use here? But it's always the right call on silent summoners because every card's available. It's a dragon summoner. It's only 2 mana. Sure, he doesn't do anything, but nobody does anything. So it's rare to get that definite certainty in this game. But PJ is always the right move.
It's one advantage too with playing
Alright,
at
I'm
gold
sharing.
now. When I get the silent summoners, I can use my A's and B's because they're only 3 mana. Because they're good for gold, just not good for diamond.
Yep.
Can't see any cards, Geo.
There's a
There
lot
we
of
go.
martyring going on. There's a great deal of martyring going on here.
Yeah. Oh,
Geo
you're
likes
bringing
his
Gladiator
mana.
with Blast. Oh, okay, yeah. That's quite scary.
Yeah, but well, you just have to play it and see, I reckon. I'm a bit concerned
Yeah.
about your Riftwing, but I think by the time I get to it, Flagellon might be sufficiently brutal that I could just roll over you. I think I'll take this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Although, you've got a silence in there somewhere. That's no fun. What are you doing to me?
Yeah. Nah, you got it for sure. Like, nah, there's no way I'm coming back from this.
I
Yeah.
mean, your
The
Riftwing's going to
demon.
last a while, but he's not doing anything.
Nah, it's not doing shit.
Okay.
Your
Yeah.
Riftwing's good in Earthquake or Obnoxious Fumes when not doing anything is doing something. But
Yeah.
in this situation, like, doesn't matter how much life you
Well,
get him up to,
yeah.
he's not doing anything. Yeah.
Well, I was
Demon
hoping
Shark
that
was the hero.
the Void
Demon
Dragon
Shark
would
was the
last
hero.
a little longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
My Demon Shark did all
But
the damage, though. I
but
brought in Flagellon Rain. I was
your
like, yeah,
Demon
it's going to.
Shark's very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too
Took
quick.
me a while.
Too quick.
Took me a while to
Anyway,
come around on
good one.
Demon
Good
Shark.
one.
I never liked him, and now I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see why he's popular. So, Bob, you and I?
Well, I've already sent one to Gio. I want to take
All
advantage
right.
of his
Yep,
I
beat him while
lost.
he's down. Good call.
his impotence.
Impotence. Oh, I don't hear that word very
That's what she said.
often. Oh, you savage.
I think we got 3 a.m. Bob.
Yeah, 3 a.m. Bob.
Scheduling mix up. Midday here, but we got 3 a.m. Bob.
So we got equal health,
That's actually
fury, and close range. Water, life, death, and dragon. 29 mana.
good. 29. 29 mana. Hmm.
I keep coming up with these plays that I want to do, but the rule set, mana cap, and everything needs to be perfect. So I'm sure I'm going to miss
You
them.
never
You know,
get
you
the
hit ranked
choice.
and you're like, is this one of those? And then you just end up shoehorning the wrong. You know, it's almost right.
Hmm. That's great. 5.
So this is highly experimental, and probably not when you would. The rule set is probably. I wouldn't say it's not advantageous, but it's not the best time to try this kind of a build. But let's see.
I've chosen. You want to share?
Remember, Bob, the Wright brothers were crazy right up until they weren't.
Exactly.
I like Bob's team, I think, mostly because he didn't make me pronounce Thispa, Twisted Thispa. Yeah, I don't know who's going to win. I do like, Bob, that you're. Gio's got the speed, time mage. Is there any silence in your lineup, Gio? Oh, time
No.
mage has it. No.
Oh, no silence.
No
My screen,
silence.
my screen's a little small. That Narissa Tridorn's going to hurt you then, although you do have void on the void dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Geo just because you've got some heavy magic attacks, but his void dragon's going to dodge him with the phase.
Hopefully.
Phase and the speed. I think Captain Katie's going to just chip away at your Sea Genie until he's gone, and then just wipe out the back end.
Yeah, and he's got slow on me as well.
Yep.
So, oh well, let's see. Miss.
Yeah.
The one thing
You
I do
needed to
like
get
is your
lucky.
healing.
Miss, my biggest hitter has missed twice,
Yep. She's slow.
and a third miss from Narissa. This is rigged. This is completely rigged.
She'll hit after it doesn't matter anymore.
No, another miss. She hasn't hit once. She has not hit once. Well, that was a dismal
Ugly.
effort. Very.
Well, you did call him impotent. I don't know what to say, man. You kind of had it coming.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll send you one now, Matt.
Yep.
Just speed. It's just speed, that one. That's all.
Yeah, Void Dragon, Thispa, plenty of clockwork help up the back
Yeah.
end. That Naga bird, the 2-mana ranged Naga assassin, I think.
Naga Assassin? Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. I keep wanting to put her first in like low mana in rage rule sets so that she can just sit there really, really fast and just get missed a lot. Thanks, Bob, for
Yeah.
the challenge. Let's have a look here. We have, oh, no rules. Oh, the only rule of 3 AM Bob is there are no rules. 32 mana cap, water, life, and dragon available. So we don't have fire, we don't have death, we don't have earth. 32 mana.
No rules. What are you gonna do? You could choose anything because there's no rules.
Everything goes.
All right, let's do it. I don't know what you've submitted, Bob. I've submitted the winning team, so there's not many spots left open. I guess just the losing team left now.
Go get him, Bob.
I'm
Take him
not
down a
feeling
notch.
overly not feeling overly confident. I'll
Don't
admit
say
that
that, lie.
right up front.
Oh, dude. No, I think I got you good.
Ooh. Oh no.
Heavy magic.
Mm,
Gonna bypass
Oh
all my
no,
shields and my shield
he's
repair.
just gonna slap.
Yeah. Yeah.
you don't have any gladiators in there, and I'm not doing any sneak to hit your Zenith monk up the back till he
Oh
gets to the front,
no.
and then he's just going to get pwned. I mean, we don't
Yeah.
have to watch it if you don't want to.
Let's play it out, but no.
Just do it.
Shatter as well. Oh damn.
Oh, yeah, that
I
Naga
mean,
Windmaster
it's
is
all magic.
so good.
It's all magic attack anyway. So
Yeah.
Shatter wasn't even needed.
Yeah, well, Frost Giant's just really there to speed things up, but because he's a good tank, good takes a lot of damage, but he's really there for that slow to speed up the rest of the team, so he can get that fast jump. But Naga Windmaster, I love. Great in ranged only because it's got headwinds, right? It's only 4 mana. It's got headwinds. Just chuck it at the back of every lineup, and you're reducing their incoming range damage by 1. And Shatter
What
is
it's
just
all
nuts.
about.
Yep.
Shatter's, yeah. Like,
I'm
Shatter's just so unreal.
I'm going to get cocky at some point, I think, here, chaps. Just throwing that out there. I'm
Okay,
winning a
bring
lap
him
down.
Aren't you already?
Bring him down.
Somebody's got to take me down a peg because I mean, I look in the mirror and I go, "Wow, okay, wow." So I'm already
What a
coming into this
handsome devil.
relatively conceited, and then I go to look at myself, like a budgie with the mirror in his cage. I look at myself the whole time we're recording. Look at that guy. Look at that. Wow. So yeah, I'm gonna come into this with a lot of ego.
Well, send away. I'm still waiting.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, all right. Poo say, let's do it.
Oh, less talking and more sending.
Okay, there's bad blood now. This is, and I'm not the
Yeah.
one who called you impotent. I'm not the one who got personal with you. It's an Adelaide Melbourne thing, isn't it? That's what it is.
Oh, the good thing I don't even know what impotent means. So it can't hurt. It can't hurt you if you don't know what it means.
This is interesting. So we got ranged only. We got amplify. We got reverse speed. 35 mana and death is the only team. Interesting.
All right. What?
Even summoner selection is its own thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's so hard with gladiators in reverse speed because it's like, well, do I want somebody getting faster and faster every time they kill someone? They're going to be, that can be a handicap. I'm talking out loud here. Probably shouldn't.
Oh man, this is rough.
Only one splinter. This is where I fall down because I've only got one summoner.
Mm.
At least Gio's got a couple of summoners to choose from. Well, I'm pretty sure I know what he's going to play.
You know
Well,
nothing.
I'm just trying to think. There's Dallin with cripple. Is it Waka Flameblade? A lot of mine are on my rental because I don't really do death much. Waka's death, isn't
Okay,
he?
I've selected.
Alan is a card.
Yeah.
I've only got him on my silver account, or maybe even my bronze, because I don't have
Yeah.
a lot of him. But that cripple can be devastating. Sometimes I've often thought I'd like to get Dallin up, but just too many other things in front of him in the queue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's stuff like Mimosa. She's not good if there's no magic incoming. If it's all ranged, Zintar's no good if there's no melee incoming. So there's not. It's a limited option here, limited choice.
Yeah.
Let's have a look, Gio. What do we got? I think I've got you, man.
Yeah, possibly.
You do have headwinds on that witch, the Queen of Crows. I don't know why would you play Lyra? She's speeding everyone up in reverse speed. I guess just for the
Oh, is it
opportunity.
reverse speed? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's where I went wrong. Yeah,
So
I
she's sped up
literally
the whole
did
team.
not see that. I don't know why. I thought it was all anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even your Marta, your Mark's rat. Like, why do you want to boost the speed of your Gargoyle Devil? I guess
Because I wanted
yeah,
to dodge. I wanted to make sure you didn't hit me, but it's a reverse
sorry, yeah, you
speed.
did just say. You
Yeah.
did just say you didn't take that into
I
account.
wanted to
So
dodge and I couldn't
even-
dodge because now it's reverse speed. Let's just
I was
play
even
because yeah. Let's just
I was
play.
even saying with gladiators, you don't want to have them speeding up from bloodlust because that's going to slow them down.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see I seriously didn't see the reverse rule set. Just didn't. So yeah.
Wow, it's still getting missed at speed 6.
It's the fly.
It's got
It's the
flying.
fly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
dodge or what was it?
Hmm. Yeah. GG.
It's like he had a lot of misses though, like at speed 6. Shows the benefit of
Yeah.
flying and dodge together.
Yeah,
Yep,
it does.
True.
This is just terrible with the whole like bloodlust getting quicker. Yeah, nah. Okay, it's just painful. That's painful. Yeah, that was just my like didn't I don't know, just mind blank. Didn't see that.
I have to
And
ban
I
you from
thought,
screen sharing, Gio, with you jumping ahead all the time.
why?
So people can
I didn't jump
watch.
ahead. Oh no, Bob, that was embarrassing, and you
Yeah.
know it. That's just like watching a a horse down on its like with a broken leg. You're watching it getting kicked repetitively. It's nasty. No one needs to see that. Okay, that's. Oh yeah, and the two last cards after Queen of Crows couldn't attack anyway. Would have been the most boring thing. Like, yeah, there's really no point. Like, we saw
A lot of people like watching you
the meat
getting
of it.
flogged, Gio, especially after your 6 or 7 episode like unbeatable spree. There's a lot of people out there
I
just
did all
get a
right.
lot
I
of
did
pleasure
okay.
out of watching you get
True,
flogged.
true.
I was going to say, you're saying it's boring, but I'm going to watch it 3 or 4 times after we finished recording. So
Nah, come on. You're not. You won't. It's nah. No
no,
one's
I'm
watching.
a busy man. Look, if
No.
I went back over every time I beat you, I'd just I'd run out of time, right? Like, who's got that?
You would.
Uh,
Like, what?
I'm getting arrogant, guys. Can you feel it? Like it's becoming a problem. Did you guys want to battle then?
It's growing.
Did you guys want to?
I've sent Gio one
Bob already
and
sent
he
me
has
one.
Oh, yeah.
accepted. Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's no magic, sneak, and resurrect.
Hmm.
33 mana. And with only 1 minute on the clock, I'm actually pulling my team and resubmitting because I've changed my
All right,
mind on splinters.
I have selected. Don't want to think too hard. I think we got a minute left.
Too many. No.
I could have done like something else, but I don't know. I'll just do this. I'm probably gonna get punished for it, actually.
Ooh, on 0. Okay. Did I get it in time? Yes, I did. Phew. I completely ran out of time on that one. But it still took me.
Ah, you got it. I
Accepted my
thought no thorns
selection.
in the back.
Okay, so the speed's there. No magic.
Took on the end for the scavengers, of which I didn't bring any.
Which is a shame in everyone resurrects because they just get so much free health.
Nah, I think the thorns are gonna get me. I
Uh,
didn't really bring much thorns myself.
I normally bring a
That could
scavenger to resurrect as well, but
hurt.
I ran out of time. So yeah,
Your dry bones
you should have.
gonna trash his armor though, Geo, on his
Yeah.
Jinjwala. But there is a lot of health there, and with the the
Uh-huh.
cursed wind echo behind it. Oh gee, it could go either way though, because I can see like his gladiator's not going to do great. You didn't bring a gladiator in at all, Geo, which is interesting.
No. No, I didn't.
I mean, it's a
Well,
no-brainer in
Soup
these
Sneak
resurrect ones
should have
because you
put
just kill over and over again.
should have put your skull in the back,
Yeah, I
which is
know.
what I was going to do. When I said, "Oh, 1 mana too many," I put my skull in, which put me over 1, so I had to pull the skull out, and I put trap in his place.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Um,
I
Yeah,
think I really, I
think
don't know. I
Bob's
think
got
he
it.
got it. Yeah, same. I think the
Yep.
thorns
well,
are gonna be too much.
that'd be nice. We had a challenge the other day, and I was saying to Geo, with this like a legendary card, what a stupid combination, melee and ranged. I mean, that's really limiting.
It's good though in rule sets like this, especially if you've got cripple, right? Because then every round you're crippling him twice, right?
Hmm.
So those double attack cards can be handy for stuff, or stripping away the divine shield and then hitting.
But that's the thing, like what, okay, it's okay here, like it's a limiting rule set requirement. So sneak is one of them, so he works here. But if he's in front position, he can use his melee,
Yes.
but he can't use
But
his
yeah.
ranged. And if
Only in
he's any
close range, yeah.
position other than front, he can use ranged but can't use melee. Like
It's true.
Yeah.
melee and ranged, it's just a stupid combination. It really is for a legendary card. That's my thoughts anyway.
I reckon opportunity. It's really good with.
Still I can't believe I didn't bring a scavenger to a resurrect rule set.
Neither did
I
I.
don't think either of you have really taken into account the fact that it is a resurrect rule set, because there's just so much free boost available on the ground when you have scavengers or bloodlust or
Yeah.
even life leech to a lesser extent.
I haven't hit his skull once yet. Oh, finally. Oh, it was right. But still.
Yeah.
I haven't hit his muskrat. Oh my God, that dodge.
Ah, yeah.
It's closer than I thought.
Can't win if you can't hit him. Man. This could be all over. I think I've lost this.
No, probably
Backfire
not.
could do the damage.
Oh, yeah.
Backfire, there you go.
Okay.
Another backfire, and you might be. There we
No.
go.
No. Oh
I've
wow.
got. I can't attack from the front. Geo's won.
You need a whole lot of misses.
No.
A whole lot of misses. Yeah. No, it's all over.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I thought I finally had my
There it
win.
is.
Oh wow.
That was really close. I honestly
What
thought
just
Yeah.
Bob had that.
happened?
Yeah.
What just happened? I
Dodge,
didn't.
man.
I
Good
didn't even
dodge
choose like.
from Astral Entity.
I thought I actually butchered the whole line. I did not do anything optimal. I actually went quite the opposite.
We went like 7 rounds without actually hitting your skull. Like,
Yeah.
dodge is deadly. So what is it, me or Matt and I now?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah,
You
you
see.
send Bob, send the challenge. Yeah, that so could have gone either way though. Even sometimes with that the legendary card you were talking about, Bob. Sometimes you're thinking, okay, I want it to mess with its melee attack so it doesn't wear thorn damage, but I want it to hit with the ranged. That's
That
a funny
worked.
little mental calculation. That was yeah, that's not what I was expecting. Okay. We got Blast, we got Magic Reflect, we have Scattershot. 55 mana, everything's available except Earth.
Scatter shot and blast. Damn.
All right, I'm submitted. You're running out of opportunities to take me down a peg, Bob. We're going to run out of time. Oh, I love the look on his face. It's studious. This is my chance. Should do that. We should commentate each other's thoughts.
So Magic Reflect.
Magic Reflect, Scattershot, and what's the other one? Blast.
That is insane.
Yeah, it's a good way to lose those, you know, those smaller magic support cards like Wood Nymph and the like. You start using them, and they just get they'll blast their 1 magic damage, but it'll hit 3 cards, and all 3 will reflect, and then you're dead. So you got to be very careful not to use them with blast and magic reflect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, this should be a one for the ages. I think this is shaping up to be a good matchup.
I don't know. It's way too random, this.
It is, yeah. With Scattershot and Blast, it really is.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think Matt's direction of attack, though, has more clarity with, like, the melee. Like, where it's going to sort of hit. And if it hits.
Yeah. Well, I've tried to remove Scattershot from the equation so I wouldn't diffuse my attack everywhere. So it's basically everyone knows where they're attacking, apart from the Supply Runner and the Gladiator. Sorry, Bob.
Well, Reach is a good choice here for your summoner because I brought this guy in because of Reach. So at least I know I've got two cards
Mm.
attacking your tank.
Yep.
And also this guy's got the reflection shield as well for the blast. But
Yeah.
that's only going to work if one of these two guys get hit.
Well, I
I
mean, the
think Matt's
Kraken has
got it.
taunt. The Kraken has taunt, so your Sandworm will be going for Kraken as well.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like Adelaide Brightwing might die before she has a chance to resurrect anyone. She hits right in the middle of my lineup with her magic damage. It's going to get all reflected back to her, and then she's
I
gonna
was
she's
two
gonna get crumped.
minds about bringing him in because of the magic reflect, but just the shield repair and the resurrect was just too
Yep.
too tempting because
Yeah,
I'm
for
going
sure.
all shields here. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
I
let's
mean, you're
see.
well protected against magic. I just didn't go there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
reckon just play it. Man, this is.
And like you say, Gio,
I
there's
don't
a
know.
lot of RNG here. Scattershot match. It's
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh shit. That's huge.
I can't believe Uriel
Oh,
went so quick.
Oh no. What? It was retaliated, the enraged, and the blast. It's huge.
It's all over.
Shit. Yeah.
It's all over.
Red Rover.
I hope that wasn't your
Damn.
attempt to take me down a peg, Bob.
Yeah, I never said I was going to.
I guess you win on a streak.
Yeah,
Yes, we're out of time then.
we are out of
Yeah.
time. Yes. Has anyone's got any final words or wrap ups or
Matt
shout outs?
is on a
Say
roll.
hi to mum or anything.
No, I'm gonna look forward to this for a week. I might even watch this show when it comes out on Friday. Yeah, I think over and over again. So no, thanks guys for basically just when the storm comes through and the palm trees all they just bend over. It's like and you should be bending forward to like as a bow, but that's okay. That's all right.
I prefer not to bend, but yeah,
Dear and I did get together before the show though, and we decided that we wanted to, you've been so generous lately. We wanted to do something for you. So we both agreed that we were going to throw all our matches today just to make you feel good. Yeah.
I mean, well, with the way I've been playing, you might as well say so.
I think.
I don't know what's going on.
I think your bots have been doing too much playing for you, gents. I think you've got out of form.
Yeah,
out of form.
It's very true.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, I am playing manual on brawls now because I'm not using any helpers, so that's good.
Nice. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
But it's not enough.
Great show, chaps.
Maybe you should be playing manually, Gio, in modern. Take advantage of those extra reward pools. I mean, I get smashed
Next season,
like
because remember the chest.
Yes,
the chest thing
you
that
need
I'm
to, you
experiencing.
need to drop down.
Next season, I will drop, and then I can go to modern. Yeah. And I can get good again, or try to.
Yeah, I played a modern game in both my main and my alt accounts, just so that next season they will drop. Because we haven't been dropping seasons because our modern ranking has been holding us there. Because an inactive account doesn't go down for the safety measures. So I've played a manual,
which I didn't know for 4 seasons.
Yeah. So I've played a modern game in both my gold and my silver account, so I dropped down. And because I'll be dropping down to like lower, that should give me a decent multiplier until I recover from that in wild. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So thanks for joining us, folks. We look forward to seeing you next week. We have a guest lined up for next week. Splinterlands TV will recognize this person. So thanks for joining us, and please like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, because the commenter who generates the most engagement each week on the Hive post will receive 10% of that post rewards. We'll see you next week. I'm Boba Fett. Peace out.